Hey guys, welcome to VLOGOWEEN Day 10. Today I was going to do a video talking, telling you guys some short horror stories, but I really had, no time to do much today. Because my aunt and my nan, they actually came down yesterday to surprise me at work. My aunt is only here until Thursday, because she has to be home to work on Friday. But my nan, she is here for 2 weeks, I think. So I don't really have a whole lot of time to spend with my aunt before she goes home. I only have tomorrow, and then she's going home on Thursday, and I have to work Thursday evening as well. So, yeah. I'm off tomorrow, which is great, so I can spend more time with her, unless I get called in, right? So, yeah. I don't really have a whole lot of time to spend with her now before she goes. Like I said, I only have tomorrow, and then she's going on Thursday afternoon. So, I won't even be able to bring her up to the bus for her to go home, because I have to work around the time her bus leaves to go back, so, which is sad, but I think she's coming down for Christmas as well, so I'm just looking forward to that. But yeah, I was going to do, like I said, I was going to do a video telling you guys some short horror stories, but I want to spend as much time with my aunt now before she goes. My nan, like I said, she's staying for 2 weeks, so I could spend more time with her as well. But my aunt, she's only here until Thursday, like I said, so I don't really have a whole lot of time to spend with her, so I don't want to spend, the entire time, working on YouTube videos, blogs, and stuff. So obviously, I still post every day for VLOGOWEEN, but I don't want to spend the entire day, worrying about YouTube videos or anything. I want to spend as much time as I can with my aunt before she goes home on Thursday. But, yeah, so I was supposed to work, I said in yesterday's video, I was supposed to work 12 to 5 today, but I woke up around 8:30 because I got called in at 9, because one of the girls that was also in today, she had to go into the office and do some work, so she needed me to come in and look after the cash while she was doing that. So I was working for 8 hours today, like yesterday. I worked from 9 to 5 as well. But yeah, and so after that, I did get a little bit of my blog done yesterday. I really only got 3 sentences done, and that was actually just the intro. I didn't actually start the actual main part of the blog yesterday at all. The only time I really had to even start the blog yesterday was midnight last night, right after Raw, and I only got a half hour to spend on that. So I was reading, because I do want to read as much as I can now. I have 5 books to read in the month of October before I read a bunch of Christmas books in November and December. So I don't really want to read many thrillers in November, because it's Halloween, or December especially, because it's Christmas, and yeah. Obviously, I still love thrillers, and I'll a thriller Christmassy book. I could read that for sure, but yeah. Between trying to read as many chapters as I can during the last half hour before bed, and doing the blog, literally I only got the intro done, and that was it. So I didn't really get to start the main part of the blog until today. So I got off work at 5. Obviously, I didn't have time to do anything at all, make a video, post a blog, or anything like that, before I left, because I literally got up at 8:30, and they wanted me to go in at 9, but I didn't get there, where I obviously, I got called in at 8:30, and they wanted me to come in at 9, so I was still in bed. I had just woke up. I hadn't gotten dressed yet. I hadn't eaten breakfast yet, brushed my teeth, nothing like that. So obviously I didn't really have time to do all of that stuff before 9, so I was going to show up late anyways. So, yeah, like I said, they wanted me in for 9, but obviously I had not gotten dressed, I had not eaten breakfast, none of that. So I was going to show up a little bit past 9, but I got there, I think, 20 minutes after 9. But yeah, I got there 9:15, 9:20ish, and I stayed until 5. So after that, my aunt wanted to go to Mary Brown's and for supper, just me and her. So what we did, we left work. She also wanted to go to the dollar store, so we left work, went to the dollar store to get a couple things, because she wanted to get a couple things. I didn't get anything there. And then we went to Shoppers, the drugstore, because she wanted to get Orajel as well. And yeah, so after that, I think we went to Mary Brown's right after that, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we went to any stores after that. No, we didn't. So we went to the dollar store, drugstore, and then Mary Brown's. And then after Mary Brown's, we went back to where I work, Irving, because my aunt wanted an iced coffee. So she loved the iced coffee, by the way. But yeah, so we didn't get home until like 6:30. No, actually, I think it was 7:30. 7:30, around there. So when I got home, I only really had like 3 hours to finish the vlog. 2 hours, something like that. I tried to get it done before Dancing with the Stars came on 9:30, but it just didn't happen. I didn't actually finish it until like halfway through the show. The show was 2 hours long. I didn't finish it until like 10:30, which is an hour into the show. So, I mean, I still at least got the vlog done tonight, because the vlog that I did today was a Dancing with the Stars recap. So every week before Dancing with the Stars that week, I post a video recapping the previous week. So today, last week was Latin night, so I recapped Latin night. Tonight was Motown night, so next Monday or Tuesday, whenever I post it, I will recap Motown night, which loved Motown night, by the way. But yeah, I only had like 2 hours to finish the vlog and really start, because like I said, I didn't actually start the main part until tonight when I got home. So yeah, like I had literally zero time to find the time to put a backdrop up, film a video, take the backdrop down, because I still have a couple things to do now before I get to bed. So yeah, I just didn't have so much time tonight. But tomorrow, I don't really have a whole lot of things to do. I'm not supposed to work tomorrow unless I get called in, but I don't think I will. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm supposed to be off tomorrow, so tomorrow I'll have a bit more free time. So maybe tomorrow I'll try to upload tomorrow's video earlier in the day than I have done the past couple of days. Because the past couple of days I've been posting like around midnight. But yeah, tomorrow I'm off, or supposed to be off tomorrow, so I'll try to post tomorrow's video a little bit earlier in the day, so I can have more time to spend the rest of the day with my family. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. So today I was going to do, like I said, a video telling you guys some little horror stories. But like I said, I don't really have a whole lot of time for that. So I'm just going to do a few more BuzzFeed quizzes today. I'm only going to do like 2 because I have like 15 minutes before I go to bed. So, and like I said, I still have a couple of things to do. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I don't have any picked out, so I'm just going to open BuzzFeed and look for some. Okay, here's one. Okay, maybe not. It's not loading, so I'm just going to scrap that one. Okay, go back. Okay, shoot, I lost it. Okay, I found one. So the first one is called What Should You Be for Halloween? Plan the ultimate scary movie marathon to find out. And scary movies, like horror movies, are right up my alley, so let's do it. So choose a movie. Hereditary, Dracula Untold, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Crawl, The Blair Witch Project, or Split. I'm going to go with Hereditary. I've never seen it, but when I was in high school, one of my close friends at the time, she told me about it, and the things I've heard about it were just so gory, so sick, so twisted. So I'm going to go with that one. I haven't seen it yet, but it sounds pretty, although it sounds pretty sick and pretty twisted, it actually kind of sounds really good. So next one, Carrie, Halloween, The Mummy, Fright Night, Jaws, or Midsummer. I'm stuck between Carrie and Halloween because I love both of them. But Halloween is one of the best, if not the absolute best, horror movie franchises ever, so I'm going to go with Halloween. Next one, Train to I don't know how to say that, Busan, whatever. The Ritual, The Conjuring, The Witch, The Invisible Man, Interview with the Vampire. The only one that I've actually at least heard of. I've never heard of any of these except for The Conjuring, so I guess I'm going to go with that. Next one, The Descent, Fear Street Part 2, Orphan, Crimson Peak, A Nightmare on Elm Street, or 28 Days Later. I'm going to go with A Nightmare on Elm Street. Next one, Wrong Turn, The Nun, Evil Dead, The Forest, The Ring, or Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I'm going to go with The Nun. Suspiria, Scream, Blood Red Sky, Host, The Cabin in the Woods, or Annabelle. Obviously Annabelle. That was one of the first horror movies I actually really watched, and that was at my cousin's house, I don't know how many years ago, multiple years ago, several years ago, or whatever. And I really liked it. I only got to watch half of it, but like I said, I really liked it, so I'm going to go with that. Choose a movie. Friday the 13th, Fresh, Gerald's Game, The Craft, It, or The Visit. Obviously It. I own It, the original, and It Chapter 2, I think, on DVD. Classic, love them. Trick or Treat, Coraline, 47 Meters Down, Mama, The Black Phone, or Hell House LLC. That's honestly, to me, that's not even a question. I'm going to go with Trick or Treat because I freaking love that movie. One of my favorite horror movies ever. The Witches, As Above, So Below, X, Insidious, Jennifer's Body, or The Babadook. I've heard of The Babadook, but I think I'm going to go with Jennifer's Body because I think out of all of those, that's the only one I have on DVD that I plan on watching soon, so I'm going to go with that. When a Stranger Calls, Things Heard and Seen, Creep, Jeepers Creepers, I usually find it so hard to say the name. Malignant, whatever. The Uninvited. I'm going to go with Jeepers Creepers because I don't think I've ever heard of any of these other ones except Jeepers Creepers, so I'm just going to go with that. This one is going to be pretty easy for me because, this one to me is a no-brainer right now. Terrifier, Lights Out, A Quiet Place, Saw, Paranormal Activity 2, or Get Out. Terrifier, no-brainer. I've heard of a lot of these other movies, or actually all of these other movies, but the one that I really want to watch, as soon as possible, would be Terrifier. I know it's free on Tubi, and I have Tubi on my TV, I think, so, it's easy for me to just come down into my room sometime and just watch it whenever, you know what I mean? So, I'm going to go with Terrifier. Also, I've seen a couple of the clips of some of the deaths in the movie, and it is... I'm not even going to get into it, because it's just... I don't even think it's allowed on YouTube. That's how gory it is, so... Next one, Megan, The Shining, Hush, Sinister, The Taking of Deborah Logan. I've never heard of that one. Or Incantation. I'm going to go with The Shining, I think. I was going to say Megan, but I've actually seen some parts of The Shining, so the parts that I have seen, though, are really good. Next one. Barbarian, The Possession, Don't Breathe, Unfriended, The Exorcist, Ready or Not. Another no-brainer, The Exorcist. I watched a little bit of it the other day. I recorded it. One of my favorite horror movies ever, so that's another no-brainer for me. Incident in a Ghostland, The Boy, House at the End of the Street, Ma, The Gallows, or Pearl. The only ones that I've actually heard of are The Boy and Ma, but I've heard more about Ma, so I'm just going to go with that one. And one last movie, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, Prom Night, In the Tall Grass, House of Wax, You're Next, or The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Again, I've heard of The Autopsy of Jane Doe, but I've never heard of any other ones except House of Wax, and House of Wax is the only one that I actually have seen out of all of these, and I really liked it, so I'm going to go with House of Wax. I should be a zombie for Halloween. Whether you choose to be traditional or try something a little more out there, you're sure to be the talk of your spooky party. Being undead never looked so good. So, that's that. There's that. And the next quiz I am going to do... This one sounds fun. Let's play a dark and twisted game of Would You Rather. Now, this one, I'm kind of excited to do this one, but kind of nervous at the same time. What kind of questions are there going to be? Alright. First one. Would you rather be in a room with 20 live active rabies-infected bats or be in a room with 20 very venomous tarantulas? Oh, that's bats, not rats. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna go with bats. Not bats, tarantulas. Because bats, they're live and active, and they fly around everywhere, and I would just not be able to handle it. Tarantulas, however, like, they could climb on stuff, I'm sure, but they're just crawling around. They're not, like, I don't think the tarantulas can fly, so they're not flying around like bats are, and I think having bats flying around everywhere would just be too much for me to handle, so I'm gonna go with 20 very venomous tarantulas. Next, would you rather be attacked by a shark with radioactive saliva or be attacked by a zombie with razor sharp and venomous nails? What kind of questions are these? I'm gonna go with I don't even know. I think I'm gonna go with be attacked by a shark with radioactive saliva. Cool. So would you rather work with Patrick Bateman from American Psycho or have Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs as a therapist? I've never seen American Psycho, so I don't really know who Patrick Bateman is. So I'm just going to go with have Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs as a therapist. Good choice. Now, would you rather die within the next month or live forever, but anyone you touch dies instantly? I'm going to say live forever, but anyone you touch dies instantly. Because, like, I don't want any one of my loved ones to die. So if that's the case, like, I'm just not going to touch them. Like, if I want to blow them a kiss or something, hug them, I'm just going to, like, air kiss them, air hug them. You know what I mean? So that way I don't have to touch them so they don't die. Yeah. So, would you rather be abducted by aliens who will vivisect you? I've never heard of that word, but I don't even know if that's how you say it, but whatever. Conduct tests on you while you're alive, including but not limited to dissection. Or be abducted by a murderer who will keep you alive and fed, but you have to help him catch his next victim. I'm going to go with be abducted by a murderer who will keep you alive and fed, but you have to help him catch his next victim. As long as it's not someone I love and I'm close to. That sounds really bad. I don't want anyone to die, I'm sorry, but honestly, that sounds like a really cool movie idea. I don't know if there's any movies like that, but that actually sounds like a really cool movie idea. Have a murderer and they abducted a person, and that person's job as their abductor is to help the murderer catch their next victim. That actually sounds kind of like a cool movie idea. I would watch that. Fair enough. So would you rather always be possessed by a demon or share your home with a very active poltergeist? I'm going to go with share your home with a very active poltergeist because I've seen The Exorcist, and being possessed just does not look fun. So, that one wasn't bad, but would you rather have Pennywise from It be a childhood imaginary friend or be related to Michael Myers from Halloween? This one's a really hard one. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say... Like, everyone knows how much I love the Halloween franchise. It's disgusting how much I love the entire franchise and all the movies. But I think I'm going to go with having Pennywise from It be my childhood imaginary friend. Because as a child, I used to have imaginary friends. Like, every time I'm on the bus ride home, I would just sit down on my seat with literally next to nobody. And I would just be talking away like, hi, how are you? How's it going? And literally not even be talking to anybody. And someone asks, who are you talking to? And I'm like, oh, she's my friend. Nobody there. So, I mean, I'm sure, like, as a kid, a lot of people had imaginary friends, but I was just, yeah. So I'm going to go with Pennywise. Okay, so tell me, would you rather have a time machine that can change the future without worldwide consequence, but every time you use it, someone you know dies? Or have the ability to use mind control to influence people, but every time you use it, you lose a year off your life? Okay, I'm going to go with have the ability to use mind control to influence people, but every time you use it, you lose a year off your life. Because no matter what happens, I don't care what you offer me or anything. I don't want anyone that I know dies. I don't want anyone to die in general. So I'm just going to go with that. And thankfully this is the last one. Would you rather cry blood every time you say which is kind of a lot actually. Projectile vomit every time you say your own name. I feel like I don't really say my own name a lot. So I'm going to go with that. Because not very often will I say my own name, like Brianna. Unless someone asks me my name, I'll be like, my name is Brianna. But yeah, that's about it. So that's it. That is it for Vlogmas Day 10. Tomorrow I'm hoping to have my backdrop up, depending on exactly what I do tomorrow, if I go anywhere, and exactly what time I film tomorrow's video. If it's really late in the night like it has been the past couple of days, and chances are I'm not gonna put my backdrop up, but yeah, I'm hoping to have tomorrow's video like done and filmed and uploaded during the day. So we'll see what happens there, because I think I have an idea of where I want to put my backdrop this year. I think this table that you guys are standing on right now, I'm just going to have like a stack of books or something to put this phone stand on, and stand my mom's old phone on top of it. And then I'll pull my chair up and sit right in front of it and just have a backdrop going like right behind me. I think that's what I'm going to do. But we'll see what happens there. But yeah, or I might just take down my curtain altogether and have somehow put my tablecloth on my backdrop. I use a tablecloth for a backdrop all the time. I'm sorry, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, but hopefully tomorrow I'll have my backdrop up, depending on, like I said, what time I post tomorrow's video. If it's later in the night like it has been the past couple of days, or depending on what I have to do that day. So, or if I get called into work, right? So, like I said, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. And I will see you guys tomorrow for VLOGOWEEN Day 11. Bye, guys.